Hello everyone, and welcome to another Company of Heroes 2 replay cast. My name is ATR, and today we're going to have a 1v1 on Langreskaya. Our heroes today are going to be Weeman, playing for the Germans, the Austere. And we have TNrg, playing for the Soviets of the Red Army. So right off the bat, nothing uncommon, although, I suppose there are other strategies, but it's the most usual one. You see that the German player Weeman goes ahead and builds tier 1 and gets himself a grenadier from that building. And likewise we see TNrg, the Soviet, getting himself a conscript squad right off the bat. So again, nothing different, nothing new. But we'll see how it progresses. We do see that Weeman is focusing his efforts on the right hand side, sending his his combat engineers to the victory point and his conscripts over to the far north. We do see a second conscript squad hitting the field in a little bit, and we do see a second grenadier squad for Weeman being produced right now. Gonna take a bit to get in there. Grenadiers hit the field for Weeman and are also going to be focusing on the left hand side, so at the beginning we can expect to see this whole left hand side in the possession of the German player Weeman, and the right hand side the position of the northern player, Soviet player TNrg. So nothing unusual there, but well, again, we'll see how it progresses. Langreskaya, we all know this map, we all love this map. Do you guys love the map? I love the map. I think it's great, but whatever. We'll see how it goes anyways. So again, combat engineers capturing munitions, conscripts capturing victory point, capturing fuel point. So yeah, nothing so far. We do see a potential engagement here by grenadiers and conscripts. Conscripts going for the strategic point in front of Weeman's base, or well, the cutoff point I guess we can call it. A strategic point in front is this one. And yeah, we do see a machine gun being produced by Weeman. It is about to hit the field, so we'll see how that plays out. Grenadiers do go ahead and engage these combat engineers, which are going to go ahead and run away. They have no chance against Grenadiers. Grenadiers hitting heavy cover on that hay bale. And the combat engineers are probably going to jump into that house and are being supported by the conscripts here at far. They're going to stay at range. I guess they don't want to engage right now. But we do see that the machine gun is going to come up and support in this section of the map as well. Over here we do see conscripts going through that hole and getting to this cutoff point. This cutoff point cuts the German player off the left hand side of the map, so it's something you need to keep in mind. He should have probably tried to engage them with this grenadier squad, but well, again, hindsight is 2020. He does decide to decap it and go ahead and back off to fend them off because he does need that point. He is going to use the machine gun to get this point back because he doesn't get anything by getting this point over here. And conscripts go ahead and jump out of that point. They don't manage to get the cap, but they do have the decap on it, so the fuel point is not being connected for Weeman. Over here we do see grenadiers and conscripts engaging themselves. None of them are in cover really, so it is most likely going to be a victory for the conscripts because they have the support of the combat engineers. Do see the machine gun turning around and starting to take fires at the conscripts, which means the advantage should have gone to the German player Weeman, but they are not in the line of sight. Even though they are in range, they are being blocked by the hedgerows, so the grenadiers have to retreat. Combat engineers get flamethrowers, so yeah, they had to get out of there, otherwise they were going to die. Machine gun gets setting up. The conscripts try to jump into cover, but they don't get the green cover. Get suppressed, so he hits retreat. He doesn't take unnecessary losses, and another man goes down on the retreat. So down to 4 men. Should be all that he loses, so the combat engineers are just going to go ahead and move out of there. In the meantime, we do see that, I think this is an oversight. The cutoff point did not get capped by Weeman, so that is a small error there, I suppose. There's no reason for him not to be capturing it. We do see a second machine gun for Weeman being produced. No, he's not going to jump it in the house. He's just going to go ahead and set up, get those conscripts out of there because they're being annoying. We do see the machine gun getting set up covering this area of the map, but it isn't in the strategic point, so it's not getting the cap, but well, it doesn't really need to because there's nothing in this side of the map for Weeman. He needs to get this point right away. He's not getting any, although, well, he doesn't need to get it now because he has been decapped. But yeah, I think that was an oversight. He did have the grenadiers here, but they were just outside the circle, so I guess, yeah, it happens to all of us. You don't want to leave the guys out in the open, so you try to get into cover, and that cover puts you right outside the capping area, and yeah. So anyways, still we see this strategic point not being captured. The munitions point did get captured, but, well, it's not connected, so it's not doing anything. Come on, Weeman. I mean, I don't want to criticize so much, but, you know. Come on, step it up. So anyways, we do see that this point was captured by Grenadiers. We do see that a building, Tier 2, was built for Weeman. So he might be getting himself some half-tracks, or even scout cars, or Panzer Grenadiers, I don't know. He's going to get something soon, though, but whatever. And yeah, there he goes. We'll see what he starts building from that. Conscripts go ahead and decide to get a cap on that strategic point, since Weeman decide to leave it uncapped. So there they go. They go ahead and cap it. A little bit more resources for the German, the Soviet player, TNrg. But, well, Weeman decided to not cap it. I guess he didn't want it. Moving his Grenadiers now into position. The interesting move. The conscripts Ura out of the way, and then Ura back into position. He does have a surround, and manages to get the retreat on that Grenadier. Interesting move, interesting move. Little fake out there. Grenadiers over here decide to not finish capping the fuel point and instead move into the house to get those conscripts out of the way. Conscripts decide to go for the victory point, and we do see that a scout car has now hit the field. Scout car, if kept in this way, is very good against infantry. You just have to keep it a little bit at range. You don't want to get an 18-8 to the face, because that would be it for the scout car. Conscript decide to run away immediately. I guess he didn't want to take any unnecessary losses there, or maybe he thought it was something else and not a scout car. But you know, that roar of the engine is very intimidating, so nothing to take lightly. Conscript's getting pinned down by the machine gun, and the scout car is going to town. 2 guys down. He can actually still chase it. Another machine gun shooting at it. So yeah, very intimidating for that conscript squad. He had to get out of there. We do see mines being placed for TNrg. Very good, very good. That's gonna potentially kill that scout car if he can bait him over there, make him chase somebody. That's dead scout car. So very nice there. We do see what is being produced? Tier 3. So for the Soviet player, we do see Tier 2, Tier 3. So that's an interesting, well, not interesting. I mean, it's common or well known, but it is a not widely used strategy at these days, I suppose, because you, generally speaking, T-34s are considered to be good. And there it goes. So yeah, scout car goes ahead and hits the mine. I had only noticed this one. There was another one right there at the south. Very well placed mine, and that's it for the scout car. So yeah, very good victory there for TNrg. Very unlucky for Weeman. Yeah, I don't think this game is going in his favor. A lot of mistakes and a lot of unfortunate circumstances. But he decides to get himself Panzer Grenadiers. One is already hitting the field. Well, has already hit the field. And there's another one that is being produced right now. MG42 taking the munitions point, opening up on a conscript squad in this shack. Conscript squad is going to be able to take a lot of damage before it has to run away. Panzer Grenadiers are just sitting at the base. I'm not exactly sure why. Maybe he's waiting for the second one to have a little bit of a shock on the field. One Panzer Grenadier squad is good. 2, well, even better, right? Machine gun MG42, we do see it getting flanked by conscript squads. Weeman decides to retreat right away. There was a combat engineer with flamethrowers also coming up, so very good option for him. Very good choice. Rifle nade goes into the house, brings down the conscript squad in that shack down to 3 men. Still getting shot at by that MG42. They have to get out of there relatively soon because they are losing a lot of health. 2 squads of... well, actually, no. Just 1 squad of Panzer Grenadiers and a Grenadier squad go ahead and execute a conscript squad over here on this cutoff point. And we see a T-70 hitting the field for TNrg. T-70, excellent choice. Gonna be able to rip to shred all this infantry. Panzer Grenadiers need to get upgraded with Panzerschrecks to do anything, otherwise they are easy pickings. Although TNrg decides to stay off at range, I mean, they are Grenadiers over here that could potentially Panzerfaust it, but you know, you should be able to harass those Panzer Grenadiers non-stop until you see those Panzerschrecks being upgraded. Over here at the left-hand side, we do see Pioneers being engaged by Conscripts. Conscripts are at low health, so Pioneers could potentially win this, but I don't think they might. Yeah, they lose one guy down to 3. They do jump into Jello cover, so it is possible. T-70 we do see taking shots at the Panzer Grenadiers. Panzer Grenadiers getting that Panzer Shrek upgrade. Sorry. And it's going to hit right now. There they go. So that T-70 is not going to be as effective anymore. Could potentially get taken out even in one volley, I believe. So it goes ahead and moves into the other position. Starts harassing this MG42 that decided to jump into the check. And should do very good work at it. It's going to do a lot of damage to the house as well, making this check not functional anymore. Left-hand side, Panzer Grenadiers going ahead and chasing off a conscript squad. The second conscript squad going into the fuel point. These Panzer Grenadiers should have been able to jump on top of them and kill them, but the T-70 moves into support, which means they are going to get... But a bundle A goes in! Ooh, down to 1 man. Are they going to get the kill? It's retreating. They stand there, but down to 2 men. Conscript squad manages to get out of there, and the Panzer Grenadiers retreat because that T-70 would have killed them very quickly. So, good reaction time there on Weeman. Not a bad choice. Bundle A did a lot of damage, but unfortunately wasn't able to get a kill. We do see the Panzer Shreks moving to, well, hunt that T-70 down, but T-70 has already retreated. He is not where he thought it was, so they are not going to be able to get anything, and in fact are getting chased down by conscripts. Grenadiers moving into position to help, and the Panzer Shreks say, get the hell out of here to those conscripts, and manage to get the retreat. T-70 moves back in, takes some shot at that MG42, gonna do more damage onto the house, and the Panzer Shreks are now playing, you know, like, what do you call it? Cat and mouse. They're go ahead and moving against to counter that T-70. T-70 is going to go ahead and back off. Panzer Shrek shot goes off, but hits nothing but shrubbery, so the T-70 just gets out of there. No problem. Right-hand side, we do see Grenadiers getting some caps. Combat Engineers getting caps on the fuel. And an MG42 setup covering the middle side. Not bad, not bad. AT gun being produced for Weeman. He wants to dissuade that T-70 from being that annoying. Not a bad option. Be aware, though, that if not supported, T-70 can very easily and quickly flank a AT gun and take it out incredibly fast. It is ridiculously fast. That's how it takes it out. Pretty much 4 shots and that's it. Even less if they're clumped up together. The splash damage will kill them. Right-hand side, we do see the combat engineers being engaged by the Grenadiers. These side down to 3 men, getting harassed by the T-70. As long as you keep the T-70 at range, they can't get a Panzer Shrek off, and the T-70 is going to go to town on them. So the Grenadiers should probably get out of there. We do see Panzer Grenadiers moving out here, getting... Well, they were getting reinforced, but they're not going to get reinforced out in the field. He sent them out before he got that reinforced, so slight impatience by him, I suppose. Ooh! Pack takes a shot at the T-70 but misses, and the conscripts decide to go in trying to get a kill on it, but the MG42 is there to support, does get a suppress, and manages to get the retreat. Very good supporting of your AT gun. Not bad, not bad. Good job there, Weeman. So, Panzer Grenadiers are... looks like they were going to jump into the house, but no, they decided to just move out. They're probably going to go for this point. AT gun produced for TNrg, very good option because you do have the barrage option on that AT gun, and it's being used very good on that AT gun, the pack gun, for Weeman. Down 1 guy, very low in health, very good option. Don't underestimate or count out that AT gun. That barrage ability is very useful and quite underused, I have to say. I've been lucky here to see replays where where players have been using it and quite effectively. So it's you know, it's something you have to keep in mind. Normally you think AT gun and no, we'll just keep it there for anti-tank, but you know, you have that option of blowing shit up. Panzer Grenadiers engage conscripts. They do have those 2 Panzer Shreks, so it diminishes their anti-infantry capability, but they do manage to get some kills, and with the support of the machine gun, manage to get that retreat, no problems. And they still have bundle 8, so don't count them out on that. Panzer Grenadiers at 3 men, still over here, not possible to be reinforced. Conscripts harassing, T-70 taking some shots. T-70 being used very well, I have to say. Pack gun has this section from the hay barrels covered for the T-70, but not over here, so it's very easily for him to pop in, take some shots, back off. You know, keep that pack gun moving, and you'll be able to find a weakness eventually. You know, a bad positioning on it, and get it flanked. But anyways, we do see a little bit of a standoff here. The Grenadiers, Panzer Grenadiers, and such are you know, just keeping at bay, moving out, trying to get some caps here and there. T-70 decides to move out to the left-hand side, and the Grenadiers run into it. Another shot takes one of the guys down. Grenadiers down to 2 men. He needs to retreat them because there's conscripts, 2 squad of conscripts right in front of it. You're probably going to lose this Weeman. Get him out of there. I think he might be focused in the middle. Down to 1 man. And gets a retreat. Very good. Panzerschrecks goes in, but not worth it. Loses the Panzerschrecks. And they do take a good hit into the T-70, but it's still there. Still alive. Going to get repaired. Unfortunate. So, the combat engineers with flamethrowers were trying to probably get a flank on one of these AT guns and such, but Weeman is doing a very good job at keeping it supported with the MG42. So good job on that. We do see the what is this? It's just a standard mortar, 82mm mortar being used by TNrg. Very good option. It's gonna make it so that those static defenses are not gonna be that effective. I mean, obviously they're not static, they're mobile, but you know, they're support weapons that stay there for a while, so it's very easy to get shots on them with a mortar. Conscript squad decides to get a retreat, not before getting the decap on the cutoff point, so again, the left-hand side is cut off for Weeman, and conscripts over here getting a decap on his fuel. We do see that an Su-85, apparently, is being built for TNrg, so that Su-85 is gonna, well, counter the armor that is not currently in the field for Weeman. But, well, any possible armor that might be coming, he's going to be able to counter it. Not particularly useful at the time, but not a bad option to go for. I mean, if you are worried that tank might be hitting the field and your AT gun is not enough, well, get an Su-85. Vet 2 Grenadiers win the fight against non-vetted flamethrower pioneers. I mean, combat engineers. So good on those guys. We do see a Maxim machine gun in the middle, getting that victory point. Maxim machine gun, while recently nerfed, is still very effective. Not something to discount. Not discount, but you know, not count in a fight. So the Su-85 is just there on the field. Again, it doesn't really have anything to do at the time, so he's just gonna chill at the base, making sure that, you know, no shenanigans go on. We do see that a Panzer IV is being produced by Weeman. Maybe I don't think he has actually seen the Su-85 in the field. So yeah, the counter for his Panzer IV is already in the field. He still has the pack gun, so it is slightly a little bit more difficult for the Su-85 to get the kill on it, but, well, it can still do it, so no problem. Anyways, Grenadiers over here at Vet 2 are getting engaged by T-70 and flamethrowers. Down to 2 men, they are trying to get a Panzerfaust off, but that's not a good option. Oh, there he goes. Weeman loses a Vet 2 Grenadier squad. Wasn't worth it. Even if you had gotten the Panzerfaust off on that, what were you going to do? I mean, you do have the Panzer IV on the field right now, but by the time you chase them off, the AT gun would have already been in position, and you know he has an AT gun, so sometimes you get blind and make bad choices. Bad choices like not recapturing your cutoff point. I don't know what I don't know if Weeman isn't very familiar with this map, but he is leaving these cutoff points uncapped for excessive amounts of time. I mean, there's not even any enemy units here to prevent you from getting the recap. So yeah, I mean, again, I don't want to rag on any player, but come on, Weeman, step it up a little bit. Anyways, Panzer IV gets the retreat on those conscript squads. The Panzer Grenadiers getting another cap on the victory point, but once again, this point is still there. I mean, might be getting capped by this Pioneer squad now, but Vet 2 Grenadiers going up against Vet 1 flamethrowers. At Vet 1, the flamethrowers don't really do anything. They just get the ability for the tripwire flares, which is one ability that I actually don't see used at all. But I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting ability, but well, whatever. Anyways, Grenadiers and Pioneers duking it out. Not Pioneers, Combat Engineers. Combat Engineers down to 2 guys. They decide to retreat. Very well, very good. Panzer IV moving over to the right-hand side to support the Grenadiers. Conscripts engaging the Grenadiers. Panzer Grenadiers also supporting the tank. These ones can stay as they are. They don't need to get Panzer Shreks because they provide very good mobile anti-infantry support. And with the Grenadiers, you can also get a Panzerfaust off. Grenadiers down to 2 guys. They decide to retreat. So now these guys are a little bit more exposed. But the Su-85 is over here on this side of the map, not doing much. Panzer Grenadier is going to go up and get that fuel. MG42 firing at the mortar. They managed to get in range. They are suppressed and are going to get themselves out of there. These guys have... Oh, right. He lost his Panzer Shrek squad. They didn't get recapped, but he actually got killed. So Panzer IV moving to attack. I'm not sure if he didn't know at this point of the Su-85. He does realize now, so he decides to back off a little bit. Su-85 moving in to get some damage on there. That pack gun is a little bit too far back. Could probably do with moving up a little bit more just to get some further field presence and support against the Su-85. Su-85 off range can shoot further than this pack gun currently and take damage on that Panzer. Ooh, the engine got damaged. Okay, he does react and get a retreat, so very good. Needs to get it repaired rather quick though, otherwise this Su-85 can kill it rather quickly. We do see a second Panzer IV hitting the field for Weeman, so that's actually going to make it more difficult for the Su-85 to be that effective. He still has the support of an AT gun, so nothing to discount. Why did I say discount? Nothing to laugh at, you know, nothing to not take into account. Barrage ability being used by the AT gun for TNrg. Taking shots at the pack gun. Down to 1 man. That guy's gonna run away. Coward. And that pack gun is decrewed. So the Su-85 actually has free reign to just simply move in for the kill. Although there is that second Panzer IV, but he's not keeping them together, so this one is not currently supported. He does decide to turn tail and go back to the base. Very good option. You don't want to leave it out there in the field if you don't have support for it. Panzer IV over here on the left-hand side, engaging a conscript squad and combat engineers. Conscript squad Ura is going to move in for an 18-8. 18-8 goes in, gets that damaged engine, and you could potentially see this Su-85 moving for the kill, which it looks like he is going to do so right now. Panzer IV is going on the retreat path, but it is very slow with this damaged engine, so the Su-85 still has... Ooh, Weeman is not moving it. This is one dead Panzer IV. Yeah, there you go. Shot goes in, takes it down to about 75%. Another shot goes in, down to about 40. And one more shot, down to 10. Not even any reaction, and that wasn't destroyed engine, it was just engine damage. Oversight by Weeman, he hasn't actually noticed probably, so yeah. Panzer IV goes down. Panzer IV over here did get repaired, so it's back on the field. But now he's down to 1. So again, it is very easily for that Su-85 to actually get the kill. T-70 decides to move in. He knows that that AT gun is dead and probably not even recovered, so he's going to start taking some shots. 2-man Panzer Grenadier squad did get upgraded with Shreks again. Takes some shots at the T-70. 2 shots go in, but doesn't manage to get the kill. T-70 retreats. Shots go into the Panzer Grenadier. You have to retreat it. You're going to lose it. You are going to lose this guy. Come on. He has that tank rage. Yeah. And a Panzer Shrek dropped. Is it just one? Yeah, it's just one, but still. Little bit of rage going in there by Weeman. I support, or blindness. You get tunnel vision and you just want to get that kill, and you have a lack in judgment. Strafing run, or bombing run goes in, but the Panzer IV moves out of position without any issues. He doesn't have a damaged engine, so he doesn't really care. Bombing run misses, so let's see. Let's see who ends up picking up this Panzer Shrek. I would potentially suggest it on a Vet 2 rifle squad. You know, they are more accurate. Rifle squad, conscript squad. They're more accurate and have durability. So, I mean, that's what I would do. Although, well, I mean, you probably don't want shock troops with that because shock troops are more anti-infantry. But again, it would have been a bad choice. He does decide to Ura. Is he Uraing because he wants to pick up that Panzer Shrek? Let's hope that is the case. I would probably do that too. Panzer IV over here engaging conscript squad. 18-8 goes in, gets that engine damage. Pick it up. Come on, pick it up. No. No. Oh well. Su-85 moves in for the kill though. 2 Su-85s already on the field. Not much that Panzer IV is going to be able to do. It is slowly running away, but the Su-85s are just going to chase him. If he had a Panzerschreck, these guys could also chase him without any issue. But, oh well. So, one more shot should do it. And, actually misses. Misses too. Very lucky. And actually manages to get out of sight. Very lucky Panzer IV, but I don't think it's going to live much longer. Although he does decide to back off. Again, you don't want to fall victim to tunnel vision. I know that you almost got the kill on it, but you know, 2 Su-85s, you really don't have much to worry about that Panzer IV. Even if it gets repaired and hits the field again, you know, you still have that. So don't get tunnel vision, guys. Don't get tunnel vision. Anyways, we do see Weeman down to 90 points right now. He is triple capped. So very difficult situation. 462 points for TNrg, so he doesn't really have anything to worry about. 2 Su-85s on the field, a T-70, Mortars, MGs, shock troops. What else can you want? This game is almost pretty much in the bag for TNrg, and Weeman is on the defensive now. So, we do see victory point getting capped by those Panzer Grenadiers, slowing down the ticking, down to 69 points. Wow. But, yeah. Right-hand side. Grenadiers going to cap some points. Shock troops getting a cap, apparently, but it looks like they're probably going to want to... Yeah, it looks like they are moving in to get a flank on that MG42. Very good. I'm not sure if you already knew it was there, but a very good movement here. It's gonna flank it very nicely. So yeah, pretty much that's the engagement going on right now. We do see the MG42 turning and the... Okay, interesting. So the shock troops decide to just simply run away. The MG42 turned. He decided to not even try to throw a nade. Not a bad option. I mean, it is a Vet 1, so it's not going to be that strong, but, well, could have been a little bit more effective. Left-hand side, MG42 getting engaged by conscripts. It is turning to face them. Conscripts did not go for the... interesting. Well, conscripts didn't go for the flank or Molotov, but Weeman decides to retreat the MG42. He doesn't want to risk losing it. There is an MG42 up here in the north that, again, didn't get recruited by TNrg, which is interesting. And he's not picking up that Panzerschreck. Oh my god. Well, I mean, he doesn't need to. He's in a well enough position to not need it, but it hurts to see weapons in the ground. One-man Panzer Grenadier squad over here in the north, capping the fuel point. Very dangerous. Conscript squad getting engaged by Grenadiers, both at Vet 2. Conscripts Uraying to get out of range and such. Getting into green cover, probably moving in for a Molotov. No, yes, no, no. Looks like he's just going for the victory points. He wants to end the game. Another flaw, I guess you could say. Sometimes you see you're very close to victory, and you just want to throw everything and cap those points. Grenade goes in and does more damage than good. It kills one of the Grenadiers, but kills another of the shock troops. Down to 2 men on the Grenadiers. They're gonna lose this fight, but he decides to move his... Interesting. He decided to move this shock troops away, so they didn't get the kill. Triple capped again. This Panzer Grenadier down to 1 man. Might even burn to death if he's not careful. Vet 3 Grenadier squad going to get the cap again to slow down that ticking, but it's interesting. Yeah, I don't think Weeman is going to pull out of this one, but, well, let's see. Yeah, I mean, there's pretty much all the armor superiority for TNrg. This Panzer IV is getting repaired, but I don't think it's going to do much. Down to 2 points, and that's it. So, yeah, a victory for TNrg. His armor and superior tactics prevailed. So, yeah, I mean, interesting game. Tier 2, Tier 3 for T-70 only. And then Tier 4. So interesting. I mean, T-70s are very good. It's pretty much the only reason to get Tier 3 currently, which sucks, you know, that the T-34 is not effective. But yeah, so he got the T-70 and then decided to get his fuels up to get those Su-85s because the T-34s weren't going to be good anti-tanks. And yeah, the Su-85s managed to kill Panzer IVs and counter the Panzer IVs on the field, you know, making them ineffective. I gotta say though, again, I don't like ragging on players or anything, but Weeman made a lot of mistakes, especially in this point right here. I'm not sure if he wasn't familiar with this map. Maybe he didn't play the original Company of Heroes. But yeah, I mean, there's main points for capping. Well, not for capping, but decapping, I guess. And this is one of them. This is a whole area that decaps the left-hand side. Likewise, this area here decaps most of the time the right-hand side. Like this one decaps the right-hand side for the northern player, and this one right here decaps the left-hand side for the northern player. So yeah, it's something to keep in mind. Those cutoff points were very effective, and it made it so that Weeman didn't have a lot of armor on the field and not fast enough. So by the time the Panzer IV hit the field, well, TNrg already had that counter on the field for him. So something to keep in mind, be very wary of those cutoff points and make sure that your territory is connected. It doesn't really help that you capture the rest of the map if you're not getting any benefit from it, right? I mean, in some situations it's worth it because you're denying your opponent from it, but in this case, it was very painful for him. But anyways, enough ranting on this. If you guys enjoyed the game, go ahead and leave any comments, positive or negative remarks. Leave them in the comment section below. If you have any replays that you want to send me, go ahead and send them to the email that I will leave in the description below. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you enjoyed the game, and thank you so much for watching. If nothing more, I will see you next time.